Hello everyone, Miguel here from Unique Web Designer. And as a small business owner myself, I know the most difficult thing for a small service-based business owner is finding new clients, generating leads. So I just want to give you guys a word of advice, and it is to stay away from lead resellers. And I'll tell you exactly why throughout this video. So I run local SEO campaigns for a lot of clients, and what I've noticed is the moment that we start seeing their online presence grow and them generating more leads and getting traffic to their website, they start being bombarded by companies such as HomeAdvisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack, House, Porch, and so on. And what these companies do is they call them, let's say it's a painter. So the company will call them, say, hey, we have a bunch of leads in your area. Are you interested? It's this much, yada, yada. They tell them no, and then they call again. They tell them no, they call again. They tell them, hey, take off your list. They still call, or they'll have someone else call. And, if their service was so great, why would they need to insist so much? Yes, I do some cold calling myself. I call companies if I see that they don't have a website, or if I see that their Google business profile isn't set up properly. I'll call them myself and say, hey, I noticed that you don't have a website. Would you be interested in setting up a consultation to see how I can help you? And most people say no, and guess what? That's it. I don't continue calling them. Why? Because they've already told me they're not interested. They don't have a website because they don't want one. Now, some clients will say, or some people will say, no, I don't have a website. I just can't afford a website. And that I understand. And I'll tell them, hey, can I follow up within a month or in a couple of weeks? And I'll do that. But listen, if their service was so great, why would they need to call you and bother you so many times trying to sell you their services? When a service is great, people talk. I mean, if I was getting a bunch of leads because somebody was selling them to me, I'm pretty sure I'm going to tell a friend. I may not be willing to tell like my competitors, obviously, but I'm going to tell somebody, hey, no, this is going well. And then that person may tell somebody else. I mean, it's a service that doesn't fail. If your service is great, people will know. It will show. And the thing that these companies don't tell business owners when they call them is, hey, we're also selling this lead to a bunch of other businesses. I don't know the exact number by company, but it could be anywhere from 3 to 10. So in other words, here it is. You're paying for a lead, and that same lead is going to a bunch of other companies and they're competitors of yours. And what happens is, okay, let's say you're paying $50 per lead. Remember, this person went to, let's use HomeAdvisor for this example. So this person went on their computer. They were looking for a painter, and they put painters near me. HomeAdvisor came up. They clicked on the HomeAdvisor website. They filled out the form. And they said, oh, I want to paint the exterior of my house, and it's a 2,000 square feet house, yada, yada. And when am I looking to paint it? Oh, I'm looking to paint it this month. And that's it. That's all the information that this person gave HomeAdvisor. Now, HomeAdvisor is going to go and sell that information to a bunch of companies, a bunch of your competitors, including you, if you sign up for their programs. So let's say they sold the information to 5 people, 5 painters in your area, and each one paid the same $50. Okay, so they sent that information to everyone at the same time. So in other words, if you're not the first person that called to schedule that consultation or to go out to that person's house to see the walls and everything to confirm and to actually provide them a quote, you're probably going to lose that lead. Why? Because they'll probably going to go with the first person that calls. Now, they may want to shop around, so they may go for the first 2 or first 3 that call. But if you're not one of the first ones that call, you probably just lost that lead. So in other words, you got to be right on top of your phone and be available to actually contact these leads. And because they're selling the leads to your competitors, everybody knows, oh, this person needs their house painted. So what can you do instead? Now, if you're the type of person that actually likes paying for leads, my advice is to do pay-per-click. Why? Well, if you look up, say, painters in XYZ, sometimes HomeAdvisors, and I'm using HomeAdvisor, but it's literally all these lead resellers, they'll be using pay-per-click, where they're basically putting up an ad on Google, and so that if you click on it, they're going to pay for that click. So they're going to pay for that traffic. In other words, why would they pay for this traffic to then sell it to you? Because it's profitable. They're just the middleman. What if you just do your own pay-per-click? You don't have to pay the middleman. If somebody clicks on your ad, they're going to interact with you and only you. If you buy a lead from one of these companies, you've never interacted with these people. So they're interacting with 5, 6 different companies for the first time, and they don't know you. They only know the lead reseller, be it Thumbtack, HomeAdvisor, Angie's List, or whichever one it is. They only know them. They don't know you. So you're basically making a cold call to somebody that's kind of like a warm lead, somebody that actually said they have some type of interest in the service that you provide, but they don't know you. So you don't have that rapport. If they clicked on your ad on Google and they arrived at your website, or they called you directly, then they're actually only contacting you. That's your lead. That's your money. That's your sales. So don't pay for leads when you can just pay for your own leads. Or I guess I should reword that. Don't pay for shared leads when you can pay for your own leads. And that's if you actually want to pay for leads. My suggestion to small business owners is basically, if you're providing a service in a local area, the best thing to do is focus on SEO, local SEO. Why? Because it's something that grows and you're not paying per lead. So let's say you start an SEO campaign in month 1. And you pay, depending on the company, obviously you're gonna pay. Everybody has different rates, and based on how much SEO you've already done, your rates may be different and so on. But let's say you're paying $1,000 per month for a company to do SEO. So that means that month 1, let's say you are getting no traffic to your website. You're brand new. Month 1, you're probably still not gonna get any traffic to your website. Month 2, maybe you still don't get traffic to your website, so you just spent $2,000 for nothing. Now month 3, let's say you get 50 visitors to your website. Now remember, all of these people went to your website because they actually saw your information, so they're interested in you. They're not interested in other people, other companies that are providing your service. They're interested in your service. So now let's say that you're converting at 2% because your website isn't too good. So out of those 50 people, you're getting 1 client. Then next month, let's say you go up to 80. So you're getting about 2 clients. Now let's say this company, they say, oh, let's change this and change this here so that you convert more of the people that are coming in. So let's say by month 5, you're getting 100 visitors, which isn't a lot, but let's just say by month 5, you spent $5,000 and you're getting 100 visitors, but now you're converting at a 4% clip. Now you're getting 4 clients every month. How much is a client worth to you? I don't know. That depends on your service. But the thing with local SEO is, let's say in month 8, now you spent $8,000, but now you're getting 500 visitors to your website. You know, at the end of year 1, let's say you're still only getting 500 visitors at your website. and the average conversion rate is about 4% if you average everything out. But let's say you're converting at a 3% clip. That would be, let's say, 3 times 5, so that's 15 new clients that you're gonna get every month. Now, how much is each client worth to you? I don't know, so you have to run your numbers. But at the 1 year mark, let's say your SEO company says, hey, listen, you're already ranking very well for all the keywords, the key phrases that we're going after. So now instead of charging you 1,000, they're charging you 500 because they're saying, oh, we're not spending as much time on your campaign because we're just maintaining. Now, not every company will do that. Some companies will say, hey, inflation's gone up, we're gonna charge you some more, or you're getting more money, so we want some more, whatever. But what I'm trying to get at is that with local SEO, as you grow, you're not necessarily spending more money. If you were to actually need to pay for, let's say, just those 50 visitors, let's say at month 6, you're paying for 50 leads. You know how much you would have had to pay if you were using one of these lead resellers? Maybe $2,000, maybe $4,000, depending on the service industry that you're in. So you just spent all this money and one time, and you're sharing those leads with other companies. Whereas if you have 50 visitors to your websites, those are your 50 visitors. If they become clients, they're your clients. They don't know that there's a bunch of other companies that can provide your services. Well, they may know that, but they decided to click on your profile and go to your website. So in other words, they're interacting with you, not all these other companies that are going to call them. And if you end that pay-per-click campaign, or you stop buying these leads because you didn't do anything on your website isn't going to bring you anything. So, and another thing, when you stop paying for leads, that's it. There's no more leads coming in. When you stop paying for SEO, if Google is already trusting you enough to show you in the top page results, it's going to last for a little bit, even if you stop. So in other words, you're still going to get money, you're going to get clients, you're going to get visitors coming to your website. Let's say, like one of my clients, we did an SEO campaign that lasted about 8 months, and they decided, hey, I'm comfortable where I'm at, I don't actually want more business, and he believed that he could just let us go and he was going to maintain his rankings. And he did. For about 4 months he was still there, so he made money for 4 months even though he wasn't paying anybody for SEO, because Google doesn't just go and say, oh, we don't trust you anymore because you're not paying a company to do SEO for you. Google doesn't know that you're paying anybody. So, and another thing is, with local SEO, you could learn it yourself. If you have time, you can learn it yourself and do it for yourself. Now, most business owners, obviously, they don't have the time to spend learning local SEO. So it's better for them to focus on what they need to run their business, and have a company that specializes in that run the SEO campaign. So just keep that in mind. When you do local SEO, even if you're not paying, once you stop, if you decide, like this guy decided, hey, Miguel, I'm comfortable where I'm at, I don't want any more clients, that's it, I'm just gonna cut this off. He literally maintained his rankings for like 2 months. On the 3rd month, it started coming down. By the 4th month, that's when he saw the difference. Why? Because there's other companies too doing SEO. So if you stop and you're not at least maintaining, obviously the other companies are going to do a little more than you because they're being consistent. So Google is saying, oh, they're busier, so we're going to, reward them for the work that they're doing. So you may start seeing your rankings go down. What happened was, he gave us a call back and he said, hey, Miguel, now I'm ready to actually continue the campaign. Why? Because I'm actually starting to see less and less clients. And within a month, we had him back right where he was 5 months before, when he decided to stop. Why? Because he already had a base. He already had a good foundation. So all we had to do was basically start showing Google the information and the content and the things that it likes, and Google automatically said, "Oh, we know that we trust him. He just was falling back. He was, kind of like laid back, not doing anything." So as soon as we started working on his campaign again, his rankings rose again. Now, that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen with every campaign. Every campaign is different. Every service is different. Every business is different. So every business doesn't react the same. For some business, it is better to do pay-per-click, but do stay away from lead resellers. They're selling the same information to a bunch of other competitors of yours. If you want to pay for a lead, do pay-per-click, run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads, depending on what service you're providing. If you're a painter, you don't want to run a campaign on LinkedIn, but you may want to do one on Facebook. Why? Because LinkedIn isn't for painters. I mean, you'll have a profile and everything, but people don't go to LinkedIn to look for painters. They may go to Google, they may go to Facebook, they may even go to Instagram for inspirations, and there's other companies as well. And even some of these lead resellers, they'll let you advertise on their website. So you could try that, which is a pay-per-click. In other words, I'm paying for a click that's mine. Don't buy leads that are being sold to a bunch of other people. So I hope this video was useful to you guys. And if you want to learn more about this subject or any other subject, just leave a comment down below and let me know. And share it with your friends or anybody that you think will find this useful. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time, unique is